talk about, if you can, shed some light on your experience with younger lawyers and some feelings that you could tell some of us out there on the joys you get out of it or something.
Of course. Misdemeanor court is naturally a place where young lawyers make their start in the practice of law and the trial of criminal cases. Of course, that's where the DA's office starts their young lawyers when they begin their career, and that's no different for the defense attorneys. And so what I started doing in 2003 is keeping a running log of what I call trial do's and don'ts. And and I have this up on my computer at the bench, and when I see something that a lawyer does that's really effective or really not effective, in fact counterproductive to their case, I make a note of it, and then I will edit that later so that I have a nice nugget of knowledge. And I have about 20 pages of this stuff now, and I've actually broken it down into topics. So I have topics called examination or argument or discovery or cross-examination or opening statements, things like that. And when a lawyer comes back to me, and the good lawyers do this, after trial they come back to chambers and say, "Judge, how did I do?" And I invite them in and said, "Well, I'm really glad you asked that. Have a seat. And I have some notes for you." And I will give them the notes that I took and say, "You know, you did this and I thought that was really good in your case, but you did this later on in the case that totally neutralized what you did earlier. Why did you ask that one too many questions," etc. So these are little things that I'm happy to do with young lawyers. It is mentoring, and that's one of the great joys of this job, is mentoring young lawyers as they make their start in criminal practice. In 15 years, I've seen lawyers start very green in their practice, and they are now some of the greatest lawyers in the courthouse trying cases over in felony court. Prosecutors have gone up to special crimes and become district court chiefs and have gone out and had stellar careers as criminal defense lawyers after they left the DA's office. It's a joy to watch this evolution of law practice coming out of the misdemeanor courts.